Wow, that's taking a long time to
load.
He was trying to sneak at my notes.
There we go.
Oh, I can't read from there.
Welcome to a wonderful edition of Plot Off the Press here. If you're an avid follower, we've even got face paint today. And if you can't guess what movie we're doing, shame on you. I'm Taylor.
We're doing Dumbo, right?
What?
Dumbo, right?
No, it's Rudy.
No, it's Rudy.
Same thing. Just change out an elephant for a football player. I mean, it's basically the same movie.
I'm Taylor, your wonderful host today. We've got with us Casey
Hello.
And then
William?
Really is my name, William. And
William Wallace Carter?
Yeah.
Hey, funny story about funny or just it amuses me is my grandfather's name was William Wallace Carter.
Awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is just true story.
Did he charge the field?
No, he's a great man. Served in the Navy, World War II, Pacific. Yes.
So,
yeah.
So I just want to say,
we are doing two gigantic movies today. So expect big ratings from all.
So we're going to start with.
I don't know.
We're going to start with Braveheart. It's a 1995 movie. Mel Gibson actually directed it as well as acted was the lead actor in there. IMDb gives us a rating of 8.3 out of 10. Which one of the higher ones we've ever watched. But I'm going to go ahead and kick us off. I'm giving it an 8.7. Higher than IMDb. It's not quite a 9. It might as well be a 9. To me,
how is it not more than a 9?
Calm down, sir.
All right, we'll get into your allowed to.
I do love this movie.
I
rewatched it a bajillion times, and I continue to rewatch it a million times. I think there are a couple of times where it feels like it has 2 or 3 extra endings, and that's probably what bumps it down under a 9 for me. But it is still very rewatchable. It is absolutely
Everybody
in the world should see this movie. Shame on you. And now I'm going to give it away to Casey before we get to paint face here.
Right. So I'm going to be honest. So Carter and I have been together 9 years. And just a couple years ago, he was talking about it, and I was like, I've never seen it. He couldn't believe it.
That wasn't one of the questions
before you got married?
No.
You don't ask that on the first date anyway, so you like anal and how about Braveheart? I mean, you don't ask
like
that
date too. So I know you like anal now, do you like Braveheart as well?
Well, to be fair, and Taylor, you're younger than I am.
Good job, Taylor.
When this movie came out, I was 11? So I didn't see it then. So I guess it just kind of, went to the wayside, to be honest with you. But he made me watch it.
Oddly, is our throwback movies that we do, that go back to harken back when I was young and y'all were infants or not born. One of the movies I never saw in the movie theater. Oddly, had the chance, was able to drive. Never saw it in the movie theater. Don't know why. Just never. I heard it was great. I was like, yeah, okay, cool. And then never saw it until it came out on VHS. Woo. Okay. Continue.
Some people don't know what that is.
Exactly. That's a Google right there for some people.
Well, anyway, so I guess I just kind of missed it and went about living my life. So Carter made me watch it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this really is a good movie. Really enjoyed it. The love story's not stupid, because a lot of these movies, they are. And we'll get into that more, I'm sure, but I've watched it a couple times now. I'd watch it again. All that being said, I gave it a 8.5.
My mom didn't want to watch this movie. She'd caught some of it and was like, it's too violent. And I was
if you catch like the very end, of course you don't want to fucking watch it.
Well,
if you don't see the whole thing, because that's like so cringy.
And then again, this VHS, this movie came in a 2 VHS cassette box.
It's pretty long. It had to have been close to two VHS.
Yeah, and again, I think the second one had extra stuff on it. Whatever. This is before you had DVD where you could be like bonus content or whatever, but it's something like that.
The only one I ever remember having 2 VHSs was Titanic.
Titanic, yes.
I was about to mention that, but since I was the only girl, I didn't want to.
No. I had Titanic on a 2 VHS, but then the Braveheart, the Godfather came in 2. Godfather 1 and 2 also came in 2.
I also remember Titanic being one of the ones that the color of the VHS itself was a different color than normal. Like it wasn't black.
It was like blue, I felt.
Yeah.
Well, we're stuck on blue today.
I'm on blue, da dee da 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 da. All
right, leave the singing to Taylor.
It's pronounced Titanic for the last time.
Stop it! It drives me nuts.
All right. So, Carter, what's your rating then?
Well, hold on. And again, my mother didn't want to see this movie, but she always liked. And it's a fun movie. It's good and bad. It was Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves with Kevin Costner, and because that was romantic to her. Well, because at the end he says, "I would die for you," and she goes like, oh, "Kevin Costner's so good looking and this that."
He would die for me.
He would die for me.
Yes, but she was like, and then
I'd rather have a man kill everybody for me.
And that's what we're going to get into. But yeah, I was like, you have to watch this. And it took her forever to watch it. And it's just like with Pulp Fiction, which took her I was like, please watch this movie, please. And then she finally watched it and was like, she never really gave me like props. She didn't like fist bump me or anything, but she was like, oh yeah, it's a really good movie. Like, you watch it again for like the 18th time. Don't lie to me. Anyway, shout out to Mom. What up, moms? Hope you're doing well. Braveheart. This is going to be. I tell you what, I'm going to give it a 9.9. Then if you would, I don't know why I don't give it a 10. Whatever. It's long. It's near perfect. Could be in the running for a desert island movie for me. So desert island movies were top 5. Yep. Definitely top 10. For sure. It's great. The few quarrels I had with the movie are all minor. Like, no one likes bagpipe music, but yet they still have to have it, I guess. Yeah.
Speak for yourself, sir.
Well, that's fighting words right there. Whatever. Okay, fine. Again, quarrels. The fact that Mel Gibson's too old to actually play this character.
Well, and he's not tall enough.
Well, he doesn't look.
Well,
yeah, he does look like a.
Yeah, he does look like a
small.
Like
and the same thing
small.
in the next movie.
And the same thing in the next movie too.
Our good friend. Looks way too small.
Looks way too small
compared to.
Well, it's only because he was standing next to that giant dude.
The giant dude, yeah.
Okay.
But no, yeah,
Well, because supposedly William Wallace was, 6'5" or something?
He shot lightning bolts out
of his arms.
No, I don't think he actually was that tall.
That's what it said when I Googled it.
Well, if he was 6'5", then he was the
tallest.
The Shaquille O'Neal of Scotland.
That's what they were saying.
He was the Yao Ming of fucking bagpipery.
That's what it said, because it was talking about long... Whatever his name is.
Richard Longshanks, they call him Longshanks because he was tall.
Yeah, well, so he was 6'3" or something, and then William Wallace is supposed to be 6'5". And they're supposed to be the tallest ones.
The tallest people in all of the county.
But
they won the blue ribbon at the county fair.
I'm not making this stuff up.
I didn't say you were, but I feel that that's all exaggerated. But
I'm sure it is. A lot of things in history are.
All right, so yeah, That's me on the rating. You can disagree with me, love to have hear feedback.
I get
honestly,
it.
It's one of those where I'm not going to fault you for rating. I'm not. There's no reason. To disagree with you. It's just not where I put it. So let's talk about our favorite characters in the movie. Oh, look, it's Little Biscuit.
Hey, y'all.
So let's talk about our favorite characters.
Let's talk about our favorite characters in the movie. So Carter, kick it off.
Well, all right. So favorite character. There's like the protagonist in this movie, William Wallace, great. The antagonist, the Longshanks, he's so fucking evil, which is just beautiful. What makes this movie so good is the fucking bad guy is fucking just pure, incarnate evil. He at no point in time is he like, oh, let me like be nice to any fucking body, son, people. I mean, just gay son's lover. I'll just throw him out the fucking window because he talked to me.
Well, that was right after it. The son was like, I've made him assistant or whatever.
Yeah. Is it Brandon Gleeson? Amish. Great character. Just him and his father.
That's kind of a pair. To me, that's one character.
Yes. There's no one learns anything. They're just they're just fun. Okay, so saying all that, and I even really like the French queen, the French lady that he starts affaring with or whatever. But so having said all that, I don't know best. I'm gonna go with favorite. I fucking love Steven. Steven is my name.
He's a really good character.
He is. It's my island. So much fun. So I didn't go best character in this because I guess best character might have to be Mel Gibson, just because it's just, or maybe I don't know.
But even when we meet Steven,
we're on favorite character. This is not about the best. This is about the best.
Oh no, I thought it was best character. I thought it was category.
Not to storyboard.
Okay, so my favorite is Steven. The way he talks to the Almighty, the way he's just goofy, but yet.
Even when
loyal and a badass at the same time. This can't be William Wallace. I'm taller than this man. Well, apparently William Wallace was 6'5", as we just learned from history lady over here.
I'm not seeing.
I'll forward you the link that I have.
Okay, everyone calm down on that.
I did read it.
Who's your favorite character?
It's got to be William Wallace. Come on.
See.
Any man who would do all that for his lady, come on. If somebody kills me, I hope you kill everyone.
I'd burn the fucking world down.
But the premeditation there, he wasn't really waiting to slit dude's throat to do all this stuff. The first thing he does is he gets in a rock fight with Hamish when he comes back and says, hey, can you do that in battle where it matters? Yeah, he was fucking thinking about doing that the whole time.
But I think it's
because he just wanted to grow some crops and have some children and be married.
I think if everybody would have left him the fuck alone, he would have been fine.
That's a fucking lie.
What?
I don't think so. That's my opinion.
That's my opinion. I don't think he would have fucking.
He would have been he was so in love with her. He would have been totally happy living there, having some children, having a farm, living his life. If everybody left him the fuck alone, but they didn't. So you fuck with him and you fucked up, which I like. But also there's some sweet moments there too. It's not that he's just killing everybody the whole time, which I kind of would have been fine with that too. But he's smart, he's badass, and it's don't fuck with him, don't fuck with his family, and I love all of that.
All right. Well,
what you got?
I'm gonna do a weird one off the. This is because of the actor and Robert the Bruce. Mr. Angus McFadden. Who has been in a couple other weird roles. I remember him a lot from a childhood movie called The Warriors of Virtue. I looked up on DB the other day, and it's got a solid 4. So I'm gonna go back and watch that and reset my life. Because I liked it more than a 4. I like the character arc a lot. I like the he's very good. I really like the actor's voice. To be quite honest,
that's why they make him the narrator.
Yeah, he narrates a good bit of the story. And at the end, he is the main narrator. To me, I like the actor's going to hating his father, really. The speech he gives about seeing Mel Gibson
bleed for me. You bled for him. Bleed for me.
He took it away from him.
Oh no, not that speech. Oh yeah. When he's talking to his father,
and he's saying, "I'll never be on the wrong side.
I'll never be on the wrong side again."
Yeah. Okay. I thought at the end when he has Williams like handkerchief. Or whatever, he's like, "You bled for Wallace, now bleed for me."
I do like that scene because you can tell all the other Scottish lords are like, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah, with that, and also that goes right into one of the points of the things in the movie that is said that I think was I always felt this was stupid. Is at the end they fought like warrior poets, a warrior poet, and won their freedom. Like, hold on. You just said warrior poets. Like it's echoing again, but it doesn't make any. That's fucking stupid. I'm sorry. Warrior poets. Are you trying to make a new oxymoron? Like, no. Still giving it a fucking 9.9 or a 10.
That's why I didn't give it a 10.
Yeah.
That's why I got the 9.9.
9.9 for that.
I mean, let's talk about your favorite scene. So what's your favorite scene then, Casey?
I have two.
Yeah.
It's the sex scene, right?
Do what now?
Scene,
yep.
Right?
It's the sex scene, right?
Which sex scene?
Which one?
Any?
I'm just kidding. No, I've got two. Like, I picked a violet one and a sweet one. So my sweet one is when he comes back and he gives her the flower that he's held on to for like so many years.
Motherfucker.
Like, that is like, whew.
Oh, that gets
like panty dropper. That is.
It makes my panties drop.
That's just.
Might be the reason why the movie's so good, because right there.
It's like, you know that he really like loves her. It's not just.
Even though he doesn't know her. But it's just like.
Well, I didn't know you
did.
did.
Talk about that.
The commitment.
Because I got some notes about this bullshit
of him just walking back into town.
Okay, so that's
she'd have been married or been fucking somebody else by then, for sure.
Well, probably. Yeah. But that's my sweet scene. And then my violent scene is when, and this is my favorite one, and we've talked about it before, when he goes to the tower to kill Earl and Bruce, he rides the horse, like the dude's sleeping. He rides the horse in there.
Did you take all my stuff? I'm going to have to rewrite my notes real quick.
No, we've talked about it. That's my favorite fucking scene.
It's not Robert the Bruce, but he kills the other.
It says it was Earl and Bruce.
It's almost like you're married.
Right? Anyway, he goes in there, goes into dude's bedroom on a fucking horse and has the ball chain thing and just fucking kills him, and then just
he rides out
of the window.
Rides it off at, just
like, that is so fucking cool. If you don't like that scene, you can go fuck off because it's amazing.
Until he rides off the side of the barn and kills the horse.
No, the horse hits the water. The horse can swim.
Yeah, the horse is fine.
The horse is totally dead. It falls sideways and it's floating at the end. It's dead.
Well, and I did, because you know how we are...
it's sleeping. Horses sleep a lot when they swim. It happens.
Well, I will say, I did look up...
40 feet into the water, they just go to sleep.
Well, you know how we're all a bunch of animal lovers here, too, so I had to look up, like, when were there real horses and fake ones. So, that was a fake horse, obviously, going through there. But they were going through the whole movie of how they, like, made it look so real, and it was very interesting.
No, but also in that scene right there when he hits the guy in the face with the ball, the way it's just like the violence of this movie. Also, one of the things I really love is just it's like you can be so sweet and romantic at times, and then
he knows like 5 languages and just very smart.
But then all of a sudden you turn around, and this I think is just like. Before this movie came out, I don't recall any movie that had such good war scenes. Like, it was like Braveheart, and then Saving Private Ryan, and then everything else that came after that all just kind of went, it's just like, oh, they're doing it. No one's done it. I mean, like, even like the 1917 movie where it's almost like pretty much it seems like one continuous shot or whatever. It's World War One. None of the battle sequences in that. Dunkirk. I mean, just Pearl Harbor.
All of those are way after.
All of those are way
after
this.
Way
after.
All of those movies are way after Braveheart.
No, that's what I'm saying though. But before this movie right here, when this movie came out and I first watched it, I don't recall any movie. I mean, Patton, the Dirty Dozen, the Two Bridges of not the Two Bridges.
Bridges of Madison County.
No, the Two Bridges of Madison County. Force 10 from Navarro. Just any older war movie or any movie that was violent. There was just nothing like this until this came out, and the battle sequences. Not only were there multiple ones, they were all just brutal and nonstop, and almost like gasp. Like, oh God, Jesus Christ! Oh gee, fuck, man! Like, right from the get go when he starts killing people with the nunchuck, but then right after that, the antler up the side of the head. Like, holy fuck!
The closest thing I would say, the Patriot and some of the battle scenes in the Patriot. I think that's 99.
I think that's 99, somewhere in there.
But yeah, I would agree.
I would agree. It's just a very good battle sequences.
I'm going to put that as some of my favorite scenes. The two different battle sequences. The first one where they surprise women with the stick. They're mooning them. They're showing their dicks off with the kills.
The arrows. Oh shit! There's god dang. All that's good. I mean, and even at the end of some of them, where they're all like afterwards, like the priests are out there, people are just like,
and I really enjoy Falkirk, where he gets betrayed, just because of all the drama. He's so taken back.
Is that the one with is that the one with the oil on the field?
Yes, they have the oil.
Yeah,
they have the oil, but then
afterwards they die anyway, right?
He chases after the king. Robert the Bruce knocks him off the board. And it spurs a lot of drama. It's not just
drama where it's not just this battle film or romantic.
Yeah, that he gets out of there though. That he starts climbing up the side of a mountain, and he redoes his legend. Which, you're saying,
exactly when he starts killing all the
Scottish lords and everything.
Yeah, but he turns more into he almost somehow creates himself into an idea or a persona that actually a man.
When everybody starts talking about the legend, right? William Wallace.
Yeah. I mean, they were talking about it before, but I mean, okay, so before we get too far into this rabbit hole, also as we go off on tangents, or I do, I'm sorry. So I like the flower scene.
You painted your face out today. You can do whatever you want.
I did.
He didn't paint his own face.
I did. I did like the flower scene. The flower scene was really good. And just all that courting right there, even when he speaks in French to her or Italian.
She goes.
His
wife goes out of her way to bring
a dress for the wedding.
Yeah. So there's that, and then I also have the scene that she stole from me. So with the horse in the bedroom, just because it's just good. I think you should have. Only if he would have pissed on him before he jumped out of the window would have been better, because fuck that guy. But any war scene, I think. But all right, so then just real quick, so I had to pick something so it could be.
Oh my god!
I do love when he goes back to avenge the wife and he throws the local magistrate up against the wall, and he was just like, it was my right, and just slits his throat. And he just goes, pop. And then no words, no nothing. Mel Gibson pretty much just goes, All right, so that's done. So that my to-do list today is over, and I guess
I do like all
what's next?
I do love all the scenes where Hamish's dad goes,
and that's one of them because he
that's
gets shot with the arrow in that
he gets
scene.
shot with the arrow,
And he opens
you do it.
holding it open while
everyone else is running in.
Yeah, what they go to fix the arrow, and it's like, here, you do it, I'll hold them down. No, here, you do it, I'll hold them down. It's just like, yeah, they all hold him down, and as soon as he gets up and just punches the shit out of the dude. It's great. It's God. And again, that's what makes this movie. It's fun enough. I know it's long, and some people, just like, I don't like long. People don't like long
But it
movies.
keeps you interested.
It's really good. I mean, just because I think it's.
We'll
talk
talk
about
about
that
a little bit.
We'll talk about that
again.
a little bit.
I want to go back to it.
I want to go back to it. It feels
kind of like the last Lord of the Rings.
Kind of like the last Lord of the Rings.
Four
There's like 4 endings.
Well, there's 4 endings of The Dark Knight, and everyone thinks it's the greatest comic book movie ever made, and it fucking kills me that they introduce a new bad guy in the 3rd act for the 8 millionth time.
Anyway, so let's talk about the cast.
Anyway,
Are we changing anybody else? I personally am not. I think this is high enough rating. They did such a good job. They had the quintessential Irish people, for Stephen. He's the quintessential Irish person in every movie.
That's Scottish.
They're Scottish. He's just saying.
No, Stephen is absolutely Irish. Remember?
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
But the movie is Scotland.
Yeah, but Stephen is Irish. Stephen's Irish. He's right. I'm sorry.
I missed. But the rest of the guys I thought were very well. It was probably right on the end. Hamish. He was probably 3-4 years from being too old to do that type of role. Brian Cox is in it. But I'll give it over to you guys. I'm not changing anybody.
I changed somebody just because, why not? I looked up actors that, because I like to keep them the same age, and just for fun. And of course, it's my favorite character. What if, and you mentioned him earlier, what if we did Kevin Costner for Mel Gibson?
Kevin Costner couldn't do it. Because he couldn't keep the accent going through the entire.
I don't think he could do the accent.
But if he could,
be no problem. He's still too.
I think he's a good enough actor to do it.
He's still also too old, and nothing against him.
He's a year different than Mel.
I know, but he's too old to do the role itself. Mel shouldn't have. That was one of his things is he thought he might be too old to do the movie.
It's one of the things
You can say he looked young enough.
Yeah. But again,
and that was before I was doing plastic surgery.
I did recast. I went ahead and I recast Mel Gibson just because everybody after Mel is not necessarily a character actor, but the character they play or what they brought, I thought. So I just did it just to do it. I know we're going to do Gladiator. I'm still struggling on the Gladiator recast. I don't know if I will. But
I've got some. But
I've got a few minutes before we get to that. But not to foreshadow anything. 2 things. So if we're going with the actual age, I haven't recast him as anything ever. Daniel Day-Lewis, I thought could do it. Like that Last of the Mohicans kind of vibe.
Yeah, he could definitely do it.
He could definitely do it. It just.
Not my first choice.
Daniel Day-Lewis doesn't have any sort of humor, and I think part of what makes the William Wallace work is Mel Gibson has a little bit of humor.
Mel Gibson has a little bit of humor in this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like that. It's a very good point. Again, he wasn't my first. I just, kind of a Last of the Mohicans kind of vibe because the power of the love in that movie right there is like I will find you, whatever. It's like, dude, he really fucking likes that girl. He might want to go steady with her, probably, or at least make him his girlfriend. But let's go kind of Englishy. Man, I think Sean Bean could have killed this.
I was gonna say Sean Bean. Gladiator. Because
so
I'm gonna have a tangent.
Okay.
I don't think he's big enough to be.
Here, let me fucking on this tangent.
So fun. Go for it.
So, I know Sean Bean.
Uh,
from an American standpoint, all you see is like Lord of the Rings. You see him in Game of Thrones. He always dies, right?
He always dies, right?
No, the bad guy from Goldeneye, baby. Come on.
He is in Goldeneye. But one of my favorite. I would also say Nathan Fillion Mike could have pulled this off. But Sean Beam plays Richard Sharp. He plays Richard Sharp, which you probably don't know. But it is absolutely my favorite by far book series in existence. It's the story of a guy who starts as a private in the British Army during the Napoleonic Wars, works his way all the way up to be a colonel, has his own regiment, and all this stuff. But it's a huge hit in Great Britain. They actually have a ton of movies and shows. And Sean Bean plays this anti-hero, Richard Sharp and all these. And I don't think he would do good on the Scottish role, but I absolutely believe he could replace Russell Crowe in our next Gladiator.
No, he's not big enough. Russell Crowe looks like he can whoop some ass. And Sean Bean has never been, clunky and out of shape, but he's never been.
You're not looking at the right
ripped like that. All right. So we're still focused on the Braveheart then. So
we are.
So that's my recast. Do you have one?
No, like I said,
the only
thing
of mine was Nathan Fillion.
But
the only problem with that is he's still been too young to do it, but I can feel it.
I don't know if he could have been serious enough for it, honestly.
No, I think he could have been serious enough for it. I don't think it would have been a problem. I mean, I think it would have been a good fit. It just depends on where that accent falls.
Yeah.
Not that Mel has a perfect one. I haven't seen. I don't recall Nathan doing anything besides pretty much
that much, which is good.
Well, the only thing is that, I love Nathan in a lot of his roles. Firefly was such a fucked up TV show because Fox showed the third episode first on the series, and then went back and at the end of the season showed the first two episodes. Like they did it out of order chronologically, so the show didn't make any fucking sense. They thought that the pilot.
I think.
But again, loved him in that.
I agree.
Loved him in that. Love him in all.
Firefly is such a cult classic, though.
Yeah, that didn't go anywhere. Movie though, we might have to do that movie right there because that's the end of that movie. It's like, oh fuck, they're gonna kill everybody.
So let's jump into. I want to talk about Mel Gibson as a director for a second. Just a quick second. Mel Gibson, I think you can probably talk about maybe three, maybe four big movies that he's actually directed. Obviously, Braveheart being the first one.
Best one, by the way.
The Man Without a Face.
The Man Without a Face.
Doesn't count.
He did The Passion of the Christ.
Doesn't count. It's a snuff film. That's all it is. It's a fucking snuff. It's a Jewish snuff film.
Okay. I would say it's a good movie. With Jim Caviezel.
Jesus.
And then he did Apocalyptico.
Apocalypto.
He's one of the few directors that's ever directed 3 different movies in 3 different languages. Braveheart, Apocalypto, and then Passion of the Christ are all 3 different languages.
So it's actually, I think Apocalypto was an okay movie. He also did Hacksaw Ridge. And I'm seeing some credits.
Not bad.
I'm seeing some credits for him. Passion of the Christ Resurrection.
They're supposed to be making another one.
That scares me.
He's going to do a new Jesus movie, but it's going to be Sunday Jesus instead of Friday Jesus.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
The Friday Jesus was not a good idea, but they did it anyway.
You know what? I'm okay with that movie. I'm okay with that movie. I am a Christian.
What, you just want to watch a guy get the shit beat?
He was very accurate to the Bible, and I won't say enjoy the movie because you see a guy whipped and beat to death. But it was a good movie.
Okay, so are we on to quotes?
If you say so. No, we're not. We're not off this right now.
Let's do,
let's do hold on. The Mel Gibson director, though. Just real quick. I mean, out of all those movies you just mentioned, is this not his best one? Because another one you forget about.
By far.
Okay, so another one that you forget about, but it's technically, if you look at it, he's credited as directing Payback, but he's not. He doesn't direct all of the movie. The original movie of Payback is he's in the movie, and at the original movie they actually kill the dog and he dies, and so when they showed the studio the movie, or did the they went through the when they show it to people, screenings or whatever the focus groups. They were like, no, we don't like this movie. So the director, I don't recall who originally does it because it's called Payback, the original cut or the first cut or whatever. He directed it. It's saying Mel Gibson, isn't it? There's another guy that actually directed Payback all the way until all the way till right where he shoots the guy in the apartment.
He was in Payback.
He was in Payback, but he directed Payback. But he directed the third act of Payback, and they came in.
Brian held the land.
Yeah, okay, so the movie that they've corrected it, Mel Gibson actually only directs the last, 30 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, I mean, Brian
Icon Productions came in.
For A Knight's Tale, Man on Fire, according to LA Confidential. Influential writer, not a great director.
Yeah.
Not a great director, though.
No, but he did the original Payback, and they went, this movie, the ending of the movie sucked so bad, they had Mel Gibson come in, and that's why, if you watch that movie, Chris Christopherson comes in out of nowhere, because they kill Carter. Yep, ironically, which is the guy that's the head of the syndicate. Anyway, you haven't seen it to know or don't know. I know I'm off topic, but the last 30 minutes of Payback, I enjoyed that.
All right, I'm bored to death. Can we go on to something else?
You know what? You're probably not the only person bored to death right now. So,
okay, jump into your comments,
plot holes and quotes, please.
Well, I'm not going to get into plot holes because I like the movie, and I'm going to keep it the way I see it. Just to be honest. My favorite quote: "Englishmen don't know what a tongue is for."
And true that.
That was hilarious. I had to rewind it, watch it again. And I was like, "That's really funny." Love it.
All right.
Comments. Watch the movie. You need to
Carter.
if you haven't.
Carter.
Are we on quotes?
Quotes,
comments, all together, please.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so,
wrap it up, bro.
Man, I don't know. So I guess I'll go with Steven. I mean, like I said, one of the things is he says that the old buddy says he can get me out of this, but I'm pretty sure you're fucked. Always good quote. Should have remembered the rocks. I should have remembered the rocks. There's just one of the more famous lines in the movie is "I see her strength in you," which I thought was, I'm not thinking that's one of my favorite parts. Man, there's just so many things in this movie that's good. I mean, like you said, you like Robert the Bruce, his dad. I'll never be on the wrong side again. Again, I'm just going to say it. I'm not going to yell it. I mean, freedom. It's not even that's not a quote. I tell you what's one of the most diabolical is when Richard Longshanks is dying and she's like, "There's a baby growing in my stomach and it's not of your line. So when you die, it's over, motherfucker." I'm paraphrasing, but yeah, that's always good. So I don't know, plot holes. The fact that he's held on to this flower for all these many years, and then he just shows back up. She's still single, and she's by far the prettiest girl in the fucking town. I guess she'd have been married or knocked up or whatever. everybody would have died 18 different times. That's just nitpicking. Like she said, you never seen the movie, you're not missing out. If
You're not missing out.
You're not going to be disappointed. I apologize.
You are missing out.
You're not going to be disappointed if you watch the movie. It is long, although I do have a friend who did want to watch the movie because, and I quote, "Do they ride horses and have swords and shit?" Yeah, no, I don't do all that. So I don't know if that's your parade.
Hey, shout out to Fitz.
If that's
I know he's the one that said it.
Well, his best friend in his 20s, Pool. It was one of his favorite movies, and Pool. He goes, "Pool be watching it all the time," and I was always like, "Nah, I'll just go in the other room." So I don't know. It's a great movie. It's great characters. I mean, like everybody. I mean, even Brian Cox, the 5 minutes, and his Uncle Argyle. It's great. It's a wonderful movie.
All right. Well, jump in a couple things here. I do want to talk about plot holes. Just small shit. Nothing crazy. I do want to talk about 20 years away, and he walks right into the village, and everybody knows him, and everybody's cool with him. Girl wants to fuck him like immediately. I also want to talk about this prima nocta. How fucked in the head do you have to be? Hey guys, let's go down to the village down here and fuck this girl that just got married. Be right back. You want to ride down with me so nobody tries to kill me?
I mean, you got to breed them out.
I mean.
Well, and then as I did some research on that too, because I was like, that seems really weird. And it said that like nobody really did that because if they were overtaking, a town or a village or whatever, obviously it's already going to be a difficult situation. So they weren't going to do that because obviously that would be retaliation and all this stuff too.
It makes for a great movie, though.
Yeah, it makes for a good movie, but I don't think it really happened.
Because again, you really hate the bad people in this movie.
Well, yeah.
I also want to talk about the crowd entertainment at the end. Before our favorite character says the quote that I'm going to say. But crowd entertainment. I get the whole. Everybody likes to watch the witch get hanged kind of thing.
Burn her!
She's actually burning.
Yeah, it's burn her.
Oh man, this is real.
That's intense.
Because they take a hook to knife and start tearing this dude's intestines out. And everybody in the crowd's like, stop, please. Please stop.
Please stop. Hey, look, they didn't have radio back then. I mean, there's no pay-per-view,
it goes back to the Game of Thrones bullshit. Well, not bullshit, but do the common people really fucking care about Scotland? Seriously?
Barbaric.
Common people really fucking care about Scotland. Seriously, do they really care?
So they had nothing else to do.
So
that's fair, but behind all of that, I do really enjoy the movie. Like I said, everybody in the world should absolutely watch this multiple times. If you haven't already, I'm surprised because it's probably it used to be replayed on the CBS quite a bit.
On the TBS.
I would definitely highly recommend watching this movie.
Paint your face up, get really into it.
Eat some haggis.
Freedom!
Shamars?
Yeah.
Shamar?
No,
never mind. I didn't.
But anyway,
it's painted back there also.
Thank you for joining us today on Plot Off the Press. We've got Instagram, plot.off.
And we actually got a couple new subscribers so shout out to those guys on YouTube. Hopefully...
Love to hear some comments. Tell us if we missed on talk about something about Braveheart.
I would love
because
I would love some comments. I think we would really love some movie suggestions. Be warned if you give a suggestion and it's a shitty movie, we're going to say that.
Oh yeah,
I love it when there's a movie we all hate. Like I love that so much.
Like The Descent. Is it The Descent? Was it? What was it called?
So you like that movie?
What was it called? It wasn't The Departed. It was The Descent. What was it called?
The one where they go into the
that was fucking
basement.
Oh no, I know one.
You liked it.
I know that, but I can't remember. What was it called again? Taylor's movie.
Oh, stop it.
Anyway, so thank you.
All right, thanks for joining us. We've got another episode coming right up.
So it is October, so we're probably going to be doing some sort of spooky movies for next week. I'm back in town. We'll do in person. We'll do some sort of spooky movies or something. Maybe even watch them together.
Before we do this. That would be pretty.
There's a new Halloween movie on Peacock.
We're not watching the new Halloween movie. We'd watch a Halloween movie,
But anyway,
maybe like the Rob Zombie one.
Thanks for joining us today. Until next time.
Hocus pocus, bitches.
Yeah, probably.
Bye.
Yeah, probably.
Hang up. Oh, shit.
We have 16 people.
Hang up. Stop recording.
Hang up. Stop recording.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties.